Hello, and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert, here to support your professional growth in the hospitality industry. I am particularly pleased to be guiding the students of Europe Hotel School through this explainer on what I consider one of the most vital roles in any hotel, the night audit. This is really where precision meets integrity. It's a critical process that safeguards a hotel's financial health night after night.
This program is designed specifically to give you practical, real-world knowledge that you can actually use because it's directly aligned with modern hotel operations. So let's get started.
All right, here's our roadmap for this session. First, we'll talk about why this role is such a crucial financial safeguard. Then, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of verifying room rates and reconciling all that revenue. After that, we'll look at the fun part, the detective work of investigating variances. And finally, we'll bring it all home by talking about the ultimate goal here, upholding financial integrity. Okay, let's dive right in. At its very heart, the night audit is the hotel's #1 financial checkpoint. And it's not just about balancing books, It's about protecting the absolute core of the business's revenue stream. Think about it for a second. The vast majority of a hotel's income, it comes from its rooms. So a single, tiny mistake here, if it happens night after night, well, it can snowball into a major financial problem. That's why an auditor's attention to detail isn't just a nice-to-have skill, it's absolutely essential. We're not just protecting revenue, we're protecting guest trust. So this whole process really starts with the fundamentals, the room rate. Getting this right is your first line of defense against revenue just slipping through the cracks. It's why every single occupied room has to be checked, and checked carefully. And the approach here has to be methodical. You can't just wing it. The auditor systematically goes through the rate report, compares every posting with the original reservation, and then digs into any differences. It could be something as simple as a typo, or maybe even an unauthorized change. Whatever it is, it has to be found and it has to be fixed before the day's books are officially closed. And this right here, this highlights the real complexity of the job. An auditor isn't just looking at one standard rate over and over. No way. They have to be fluent in a whole range of rate types. We're talking everything from corporate accounts and airline crew contracts to really complex package deals. Each one has its own set of rules, and every single one has to be verified. And then you have to add the critical layer of taxes. A simple misunderstanding between a tax-inclusive rate and a tax-exclusive rate can lead to some serious problems, like incorrect guest charges and, even worse, legal compliance issues for the hotel. Accuracy here is completely non-negotiable.
Just let this number sink in for a moment. A $10 error on just one room every single day. It seems so small, right? But over a year, it adds up to over $3,500. Now, just imagine that same little error happening across multiple rooms. This is the real, tangible impact of a night auditor's diligence.
Okay, so after verifying all those individual room rates, the auditor's next step is to zoom out. It's time to look at the entire hotel's revenue. This means reconciling income from every single department, not just the front desk.
The goal here is simple. Make sure every dollar spent in the restaurant or the spa or any other outlet is accurately reflected in the hotel's central brain, the Property Management System, or PMS. The auditor is really the bridge, making sure all these different systems are speaking the same financial language.
So, why wouldn't these numbers match up? Well, it could be anything. A technical glitch, a simple human error at the point of sale, or maybe an accounting misstep, like a complimentary VIP room that wasn't coded correctly in the system. A good auditor needs to have all these possibilities on their radar. And this brings us to what I think is the most analytical part of the role. When the numbers just don't align, the auditor has to transform into a financial detective, piecing together clues to solve the mystery of the discrepancy.
So what is a variance? Well, simply put, it's a mismatch. It's when the system is saying one thing and the reports are saying another. The total cash collected doesn't match the cashier's report, or the restaurant's sales don't line up with what the PMS shows. This is the red flag the auditor is trained to spot.
Let's look at a really clear, practical example. Here, the restaurant's own system says it made $50 more in revenue than what was actually posted to the central PMS. The auditor's job now is to find that missing $50. Was a check posted wrong? Was there a system delay? This is the exact puzzle that needs to be solved. And documentation is absolutely key here.
A night auditor might not solve every single variance themselves, but by investigating and leaving a super clear trail of notes, they give the daytime accounting team a massive head start to resolve the issue, which keeps the hotel's financial history perfectly accurate.
So we arrive at the ultimate purpose of all these tasks, because it's not just about numbers on a page. It's about safeguarding the financial integrity and, honestly, the reputation of the entire hotel.
This quote just perfectly captures the essence of the role. The auditor is a proactive defense mechanism. By catching these little errors early, they prevent them from ever impacting a guest's final bill or skewing important revenue reports or corrupting financial data that's used for future strategic planning.
Performing this role successfully, it's a significant responsibility. It's a job that rewards a diligent, methodical mindset, and it truly empowers the individual with the knowledge that they are the trusted guardian of the hotel's most critical financial data.
And this leads us to a final thought for the future. As my own existence proves, technology and AI are evolving at an incredible pace. So, how do you see these tools changing the role of the night auditor? Will they automate the detection of variances? Or maybe create new, unforeseen complexities to manage? This is the kind of question you'll be facing as the next generation of hospitality leaders.